Good afternoon, Pokesports. I want another VGC Battle Stadium Series 12 video today. Bring you a cat team. Now, I put out a poll recently that asked whether you guys will want me to still do Series 12 content or just like focus severely on Series 13 until, you know, it actually is inevitably released. It seems like a lot of you still do want me to do Series 12 content, and I still do enjoy doing Series 12 content. So I'm gonna work with a back and forth schedule, you know, until the new month starts for Series 13. So you might have some other different videos mixed in there. I might do some collabs with other YouTubers. I might do, I might have Mike on the channel again. Mike might, you know, have his own videos on the channel. But for the meantime, we're going to try to do a mixture of both Series 12 and Series 13. I hope that you guys can understand if this is something that you don't want, or I hope you guys are excited if this is something that you do want. Regardless, it's still a lot of Pokemon, so who can complain? Anyway, we have a cat team today. This team is from Lintimon. I will leave a link to their YouTube channel down below in the description. Super underrated YouTuber. Like, I'm surprised that their channel is relatively small, because it seems like they're pretty good at talking and they know how to play the game. So listen, go check it out. It's a pretty entertaining time over there. Now, they also have very interesting team building ideas. This is definitely one of the more interesting teams that they have. They base this team off of their actual real life cats, right? So you do have a lot of different cats and a Palkia. We're just gonna have to use our imagination for the Palkia. The whole point of this team is to Dynamax Solgaleo, break weakness policy with the Entei, with the Bulldoze, the Scarfed Entei, so we proc Bulldoze there. The Palkia doesn't have Trick Room, it's kind of there as a secondary Dynamax option, also just to do a lot of damage. A lot of our damage this game is gonna, or this team has to come from the Palkia, Solgaleo, and maybe even Entei, because the rest of the team is all support, right? So we have the Umbreon for like our tank and also Prankster immunity. It also does just sit there and yawn things. The Leafeon also sits there and yawns things, but does it faster, right? So if we set the Sun, or if we're going against a Sun team, we can go ahead and bring the Leafeon out with Chlorophyll and then just be able to put things to sleep relatively quickly. And the last one is Meowstic. Meowstic has Thunder Wave for speed control, it has Sucker Punch for Calyrex Shadow, and it has Charm for physical attackers, which is really nice if you're like up against a Zacian, you just charm it real fast before it's able to do damage to you. So that's pretty much the whole point of the team. If you guys are excited to see some cats here on this channel, go ahead, hit the like button down below, and subscribe to Pokesports if you haven't done so already. With that said, let's get on to today's video. Trick Room, Tailwind, Ogre, Cali team. Definitely different. It's definitely a Leafeon game. I'm kind of feeling Leafeon game. The issue is that it's not going to be in Sun. I mean, I guess I should have brought Leafeon to the other game. But I think we're okay. I think we're okay in this situation. Palkia definitely goes super hard here. So does Umbreon. So does Meowstic, unironically. I just have to make sure that they don't set Trick Room instead. I don't think that's what they're going for, because it just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense for their team. But let's go Meowstic. Let's go Solgaleo. Bring the Palkia in the back and have the Umbreon in the far back. Bringing Umbreon to this. The reason why we're bringing Umbreon is because Umbreon with its dark moves is really good into the Calyrex Shadow. It's also very good into their very special team. Did we leave Leafeon behind? Oh, we might have. Leafeon actually might have been pretty nice for us here. But it's fine. We do have the Meowstic with the Sucker Punch. We can also proc our weakness policy in that regard with the Sucker Punch. Or we can just like knock out a Calyrex if they don't lead with it. Okay, they do lead with the Calyrex. They bring Calyrex plus Whimsy in the lead. The reason why I'm a little bit concerned about this is because Eba and Whim has been popping off lately. And I am looking forward to dealing with that. So I could theoretically go for the Sucker Punch here. I say theoretically like I won't. I will. Yeah, I Sucker Punch that. And then I think I have to go for the Heart Swap here. Actually, no. I set up Light Screen. I'll go for the Dynamax Max Quake into that Cali spot. I don't think Cali is going to one-shot me. In fact, they'll pop my weakness policy for me, and as long as I do damage to that side of the field, I can always Sucker Punch it next turn. I just have to get Calyrex down below half, and I'm confident a Sucker Punch from Meowstic can knock it out. And I'm also super confident that they're not going to one-shot me here. Now, sacrificing my Dynamax this early on could be a little bit detrimental, especially since the Palkia was like such a good Dynamax option for me this game. But I think if I swap, I give them too much momentum, and I don't want that either. All right, Tailwind, of course. Here's a light screen just to mitigate this damage a little bit here. On both sides, on both Pokemon, because I have 2 Psychics on the field right now. Youch, that hurts. But thankfully they just gave me Sash for free, and I'm gonna get some special defense here as well. So as long as I can get the Calyrex below half, I'm super confident. And then next turn, I could just go for the... Oh, that's a very high damage. Oh, well, because they proc my weakness policy, that's right. All right, perfect. So Sucker Punch is gonna knock that out with no ifs, ands, or buts, right? That's great. And now what I have to do is just go for the Steel Spike onto this Whimsicott spot. Here's the thing that's a little concerning. They don't have Sash on that Whimsicott, so that means they could have E button. I mean, good luck. They have Memento. They're just gonna int themselves. Do you know what Full Metal Body does, Tom? Do you know what it does? You just gave up. Fine? I guess? Sure. They messed that up, right? They completely forgot about Full Metal Body. Yikes. Never mind. Fine by me. I guess they still spike nothing. They did successfully waste a turn of my Dynamax, which is unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. Now they are in Tailwind, but I do have T-Waves. So as long as they go into a Pokemon that is normally slower than Solgaleo, like that Ogre, for example, I should be able to just slap it off the face of the earth. Ursh, on the other hand, is faster than Solgaleo normally, but shouldn't pose too much of a threat for the Solgaleo. So I think instead I'm just going to be like, hey, T-Wave you, followed by big old Max Lightning onto the Ogre right away. Now, Surging Strikes in the rain is going to hurt. It's not going to knock me out, though. It's not going to knock me out. Even if it's banded, it's not going to knock me out. There's nothing that the Urshifu can do right now that'll knock me out. They definitely have to Dynamax this Ogre here, and I definitely don't expect to KO it. But as long as I have it T-Waved, I could get some hacks in my favor. I'm also lowering its speed, so I'll outspeed it. Assuming this is a very fast Solgaleo, I probably should have checked that first, but hey. They're Dynamaxing the Ursh, though. Oh. Why? When is this ever a good option? In case I was max guarding? I am max guarding. Here's a T-Wave. I don't know about this one, Tom. Now, unless they're convinced that they can knock me out here, I don't think they can. Because they just lost their crits and stuff. Let's see how much this does. It hurts. Don't get me wrong. It really hurts, but not enough. Here's a Max Lightning by Ogre. Yo, Meowstic is putting in some work here, folks. Why do people not use this stupid cat? Oh, wait, because Calyrex Shadow exists. That's right. But see, we just dealt with Calyrex Shadow. So there is a way around Calyrex Shadow. It's not like it's impossible. It's not like it's the stupid hard counter, right? We had the way around it with the Sucker Punch. I think just like Lintimon in general made a good adjustment by giving it Sucker Punch. I feel like most people don't even bother trying that out. But anyway, we're gonna go for... I'm gonna go for a Charm first. It's just a really weakened... Actually, that's pointless because it's gonna have crits once its Dynamax finishes. So I think I'm just gonna go for a T-Wave first. And I'm gonna hope that I outspeed it, even though I don't think I will. Oh, unfortunately, we missed the T-Wave. It's fine. Right, I think we have enough of an advantage here to where missing the T-Wave doesn't actually matter too much. Unfortunately, they went for the Meowstic, but fortunately, that means we're just gonna blow them up with a Wild Charge in Electric Terrain at +2. Yep, that'll happen. And we got a crit. Wow. What a game. I didn't think I would actually get to see a Dynamax Urshifu in today's video. Unfortunately, I did lose 2 Pokemon literally in that last second. But, you know, there's always a time and a place for everything. That was definitely a time. GG's. Sun Team with a little bit of my Milotic mixed in here. Interesting. Overall, not too concerning. It does look like that Solgaleo can make some serious things happen as long as we're not up against that Charizard. The Charizard does concern me a little bit. Maybe I even like settle for the Palkia if I'm up against the Charizard, because Palkia has the Life Orb and does have a water move here. The thing with Entei is like I could go ahead and lead with Entei. I don't really have a great form of speed control. I meant Solgaleo. I could lead with Solgaleo, but I would need to bring the Meowstic here if I'm doing that, which isn't necessarily an issue, right? But I would definitely need the Meowstic so I could get the T-Wave off so I can outspeed. Do I have a rock move here on the Solgaleo? I hope so. No, but I have an electric move. It's not as great. Maybe I have to Dynamax Entei this game. I do have the Stone Edge on Entei. This might have to be a Dynamax Entei game. Or maybe I just rely on the Stone Edge and then don't have to commit to a Dynamax. That's always an interesting option too. Let's do that. Let's do Entei. Let's do Meowstic. We can get the speed control going. We also don't even need the speed control because we are Scarf, theoretically. We just have to hit our move, right? So I guess a more surefire way would be to Dynamax the Entei. But that means I'm not Dynamaxing Palkia. I'm not going to be Dynamaxing Solgaleo. So that's a little bit... It's not an ideal scenario no matter what. And I know that looking at my team, they're going to want to bring the Zard, right? Because, like, why wouldn't you? Okay, I guess they don't. Zacian Milotic is going to be their lead of choice. Now, we did already talk about the whole charm situation and why we have it on this team. So, cool. We have to be a little bit cautious about this Milotic for obvious reasons. I think we can set Light Screen here on turn 1. They have to be worried about my Entei with their Zacian, so they're probably going to protect that turn. So I think my best option is to just go straight into my Solgaleo here to hopefully take the attack very well. And with the Light Screen up, we should be definitely able to take the Milotic hit. Question is, they're not protecting Zacian in front of an Entei? I don't understand. They're subbing instead. Oh, that kind of sucks. And then coiling. This just got real bad. This got real bad, huh? Wow. I don't even know what to do after that. I'm gonna T-Wave Milo. And I'm pretty sure I have to Dynamax and Max Lightning this Milo. So do I even have to bother T-Waving it? I just don't really have another option, right? I feel like I'm gonna have to leave the sub up on Zacian for now. And I'm just going to have to attack the Milo. The Zacian's probably protecting this turn, if I had to guess. Or maybe just actually take the opportunity to attack here. Who knows? But that would just give me the sub, if anything. We'll see how this goes. That sub Zacian right away definitely did throw me off. Because theoretically, all I had to do was go for the Sacred Fire. I would have been fine. They would have wasted a turn. They would have gotten Coil up, but regardless, right? Still should have been fine. Thankfully, they're not Dynamaxing the Milotic. That's huge. Even though there is one Coil up on Milotic, I'm pretty sure that I can do a lot of damage here. Looks like they are going to attack with the Behemoth Blade onto who? The Solgaleo? Yeah, I guess. Why does that half health me? Why? It's not very effective. Okay, crit me. Well, that's off. We're off to a great start, I guess. Jeez, I can't catch a break with this team. I'm already using cats, and of course, because of the coil, the Milotic is going to be able to live here. That is super unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. Can we get a para? No, second coil is now up. I just hate how I'm practically forced to keep going for this Milotic, or else this Milotic is just going to be a bigger issue than it's worth. Now, I'm wondering if they're actually going to... I'm wondering if they're actually going to allow me to knock out the Milotic, or if they're just going to protect here. I think they protect here, so I'm going to try to pop the sub on Zacian this turn. And then see if I can go into something that can deal with this Zacian. As long as they don't crit me again, I think I live another B-Blade. Perfect. All right, we predicted that protect. And that means the Zacian isn't protecting this turn. The Zacian will, in fact, go for a B-Blade again, most likely. As long as they don't crit us, I think we live this. Faith? A lot of faith. Perfect. Okay. Thankfully, they don't crit us twice. Thankfully, we are going to break the sub here. And this now means we'll be able to, 1, knock out Milotic next turn, and 2, also knock out Zacian next turn because they don't know about my Scarf. Whew. All right. I think we somehow weaseled our way back into a pretty decent position. And that para on the Milo is kind of huge as well. I like that. Yeah, they just protected for the lefties. That's why I kind of figured they wanted to protect. But the thing is, with the electric terrain on the floor, I should be able to one-shot them here. All right, all that's left now is the Sacred Fire, the Zacian. That hopefully will be enough to knock out. And we'll just go for a, what is it, Max Lightning onto the Milotic. Nice and simple, nice and straightforward. I don't really have another play here. But we did work our way back into an advantageous position. The issue is, they still have a Dynamax after this. They're actually gonna withdraw the Zacian. They don't really have a safe swap here. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Is that a safe swap though? I don't think so. A Flare is still gonna hurt, or Sacred Fire rather. Decent enough, right? I'll see how much Max Lightning does to my Milotic. Should be enough to knock out here. Oh, but it set up a coil twice. Okay, it doesn't matter, thankfully. Thankfully, it doesn't matter. That's fair. Crit for crit. Totally fair. Absolutely fair. I'm not even upset. I'm so ecstatic about that. Now, does their Zacian have Protect or not? It should, right? If it's sub, it has Protect. If it's sub, it has Protect. It probably has B-Blade. And then a mixture of either Play Rough or the other one. Groudon coming out on the field now. Interesting. The Zard will outspeed my Solgaleo, unfortunately. I do have to switch my moves up on this Entei. So I will go into Meowstic first on the Entei spot. And I think I'm just... See, I could Protect, but I don't think it's going to matter. You know, I will Protect. You never know. You never know, right? You never know the situation we're going to put ourselves in or be in. The issue is I have to lock myself onto something. I just don't know if I should lock onto Sacred Fire or if I should lock onto Stone Edge. Because I still am going to have to deal with that Zacian in the back some way, somehow. Now, if they have the Sacred Sword instead of the Play Rough, then maybe my Palkia can deal with it one-on-one. Otherwise, I might be in some serious trouble. Now, they did Dynamax the Zard. If they went for the Solgaleo, I think I honestly prefer that. Just let the Solgaleo go down here. But just in case it didn't, I'm going to Protect. They're going for an Airstream. Into the Solgaleo spot. I actually lived that, which is super surprising. Hold on. I might actually be able to cheese something out of here. But probably not, because I have to worry about the Groudon as well. There's the P-Blades. I do have Sash on Meowstic, so I should be able to take that. I think the goal here has to be the T-Wave. Yeah, I have to T-Wave the Charizard. Light Screen wears off. Okay, I think T-Wave is a lot more important right now. And we'll worry about Light Screen later. And then we Wild Charge, just in case we can. But I'm pretty sure the Groudon's going to be able to outspeed the Solgaleo here. So it's just going to be an unfortunate speed situation, right? Because they got the Airstream boost the last turn. So now this turn, it's probably going to outspeed me. But we, you know, Precipice Miss could always happen, right? As long as we're wasting their Dynamax or we're stalling it out and they're not just one-shotting my team every single turn, I think it's fine. I do connect with that T-Wave. Beautiful. Now, there's always a chance to get parried, too. All right, they do just go for the Precipice. Unfortunately, they do double connect here. My Meowstic should probably die, but then I get to safe switch into 2 Pokemon, which is really relevant. And they went for the Wildfire. That's big. The fact that they went for the Wildfire means they didn't Airstream again, which means they didn't go back up to neutral. So, my Palkia has a chance of outspeeding that thing now, which is really, really relevant. Because it's essentially at -1. The Groudon, I don't think my Entei should have a problem outspeeding the Groudon, so. See, I could go for Stone Edge, but I think I'm not gonna. I think I'm just gonna Spatial. Now, I'm curious how much damage the Entei can actually do into the Groudon with a Sacred Fire. I'm sure it's not gonna one-shot it, but it's definitely gonna hurt. Yeah, we Sacred Fire here. And we Spatial the Zard. A Life Orb Spatial should be able to knock out the Zard, I think. I think that's definitely enough damage. Sacred Fire is going to connect. Let's see how much damage we can do to Groudon. About half. That's good. I'm hoping for a burn, but doesn't look like we're getting it. There's Citrus Berry. Ugh. That's an awkward amount of health they just got back. No Precipices. I live at 3. Okay. We hang on. Special Rend into the Zard is enough to knock out. Okay, good. I have to call a Zacian Protect or not. That's the other issue. That's the other issue. I have to call a Zacian Protect. Does Zacian protect? If Zacian doesn't protect, I lose the game. If Zacian does protect, I have a chance of winning. But I also have a chance of losing, because these are my two options, right? I can either Sacred Fire Groudon, or I could Sacred Fire Zacian. I can Sacred Fire both. Groudon unfortunately outspeeds my Palkia. Zacian outspeeds my Palkia as well. Zacian does not outspeed my Entei, because I'm Scarfed. Do they know I'm Scarfed, though? I think I'm just going to take the shot into Zacian. And I'm going to have to pray that I miss. That they miss here or something. We do take the shot into Zacian. This should knock out Zacian here. Gorgeous. Now, here's the next step. They got to miss at least one of the P-Blades for me to have any chance of winning this. Close game. Close game. No P-Blades missed. That'll be GG. Oh. Very close game, but the cats are not going to go undefeated in this episode. Oh, that really came down to the wire. So respect to my opponent. It was a very close game. GG's, Phil. Now, this is different. That's a Mewtwo Dialga Core. Okay. With the double floaties, looking at the Talonflame and the Thunderous. One Intimidator, double Fake Outers. Interesting. My opponent's named Try. Try, I don't think you're trying very hard, but you are trying. You are trying. What do we do against this? This is something that I've never prepared for, right? This is not something super common, not something that I see every single day. I do think that Solgaleo is going to be the key to victory in this certain situation. Maybe even like a Solgaleo plus an Entei lead right away. The Thunderous is spooky, but it's not the end of the world, I don't think. I'm considering Meowstic just because of how well Meowstic did for us in the last two battles. In fact, I might even consider leading Meowstic. Because then I can start getting some speed control on my side of the field. It's a thought. It's definitely a thought. Do I bring the Umbreon here? I like Umbreon in this situation. I'm not so sure I like Leafeon in this situation with all those flying types. I think I'm doing Umbreon and Meowstic in the back, leaving the Palkia behind. That could be a big mistake, but I'll regret it later if I do regret it. We'll see. I'm relying a lot on the two leads that I have. That's the biggest issue I'm having right now, is that I'm relying a lot on things like Solgaleo and Entei to do damage for my team at the moment. Because let's be honest, Umbreon doesn't do a lot of damage. Neither does Meowstic. But with a Rilla and interesting lead here. The good news is they can't stop me from winning right now. This is a very free turn for us, if I'm going to be entirely honest. I don't actually think I have to proc weakness policy. I think I'm kind of good not procking it for now. Because I could just sit here, click Dynamax, go for Max Lightning into Talonflame, eliminate that from the game, double check for any ground types on their team, not a single one, beautiful. And then they can't flinch us. We just go for the Sacred Fire onto Rilla, eliminate the Rilla from the game. I think this is the easiest turn of my life. I think we made the perfect solution. Now, granted, they do get Tailwind up here. Right? They get the Tailwind up. I can't prevent that. I can't stop that. It's going to happen. But nevertheless, is that speed that important? I think if I have a 2KO advantage against my opponent and I'm not going to take a lot of damage in return, I think that's, you know, that's a pretty relevant trade here. Like, yeah, sure, have your Tailwind for 3 turns. Best of luck. I mean, granted, their team already outspeeds my team, so it's just like, do you actually have to Tailwind? Regardless, we're going to click Dynamax first. We're going to be Dynamaxing our side of the field, so it definitely looks like they didn't Dynamax their side of the field, which kind of makes sense. Talonflame and Rillaboom aren't great Dynamax options, at least not in my opinion. Maybe someone online will disagree with you, but not me. By Dynamaxing the Solgaleo, this should be the freest KO here on Talonflame. Unless, of course, Sash. Here's a fake out. They forgot about Inner Focus, by the way. Hee hee. Nice try. A lot of people forget about that, so I don't even blame them. A lot of people forget about that. Oh, that's hilarious. They're probably like, wait, what happened? They actually went for Flare Blitz. Okay, so they're not even going to get Tailwind up. Freest turn of my life. Freest turn. Literally the freest turn I've ever had to do. I didn't do anything. And all I took was like some damage from a Flare Blitz and some damage from a Fake Out. And just like that, we're at a 2 Pokemon advantage. That crit did not matter. But it's nice even the game really wants me to win this one. After the last game, I need this kind of confidence. The last game came down so close. So the fact that this one's kind of so far looking like a sweep makes me feel good. Anyway, what do they got? They got the Dialga. They also still have a Dynamax option, and they have the Hitmontop here. Now, again, can't fake me out. Again, can't intimidate me. Can't intimidate either one. So I think all that's left here is to literally ignore this Hitmontop. It doesn't make a difference for them at all. So in the spirit of ignoring it, let's go for the the Max Quake into the Dialga, and nope, I meant to sacrifice Dialga. It's fine though. I guess we'll get some damage at Hitmontop. Doesn't actually matter what we go for right now. It's just, you know, I'm trying to optimize my decision making here. If the Dialga's gonna sit here and try to go for Trick Room, then I would have been able to knock it out. But honestly, in fact, I think the Dialga has to Dynamax here, or they just forfeit. You should have tried harder, man. Let's give you guys another battle. That one was a little short. Standard Rain. All right. I mean, I get it. Rain's good. Palkia is good into this matchup, which is the good news here, right? But do we bring the Leafeon is the question. I think Leafeon isn't awful, but at the same time, they do have things like Thundurus that can kind of punch a hole in the Leafeon's plans. I also don't think that Solgaleo is bad here. I think we can, in all honesty, bring Solgaleo, Meowstic as the lead, Palkia in the back with the Leafeon. Just leave the Entei behind. We could always use the Meowstic to, one, proc the weakness policy on the Solgaleo in case we need a really early KO on a Pokemon. We also do have the option of going for T-Waves. And in general, Meowstic has been very kind to us in today's episode, right? Absolutely kind to us. So as soon as I see this Meowstic doing this much work, as soon as I see Meowstic doing this much work, they go into a Pokemon that could stop everything that Meowstic does. Unfortunately, but nevertheless, yeah, it's a little rough. I mean, we could go for the Quake on the Instant, but there's no guarantee there's no Shuck on that Instant. Instant can't Parting Shot us, can't really do anything to us. So I guess we have nothing to lose by just going for a straight up Max Lightning into the Ogre. Let's double check for any ground types on their team. No ground types. All right. So what if we just Max Lightning the Ogre? I'm going to attempt the Sucker Punch, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting Fake Outed right about now. And if I'm not getting Fake Outed, I'll be very surprised. I'm Dynamaxing first, so if this Ogre isn't Dynamaxing, it might mean that one... This can mean one of the two things. Either it's not Dynamaxing, or we're faster, right? And if we're faster, then we just get to smack it with the Max Lightning right here. Now, if things are really going in my favor, then it's one, and not Dynamaxing, and two... Oh, beautiful, it's not Dynamaxing. But unfortunately, we do get Fake Outed, which means our Sash is now broken. But we are faster, so this is perfect. This is just a free Max Lightning on an Ogre. Look at that much damage. I dare you to Water Spout, Tom. I dare you to Water Spout. Please, that'd be hilarious. Perfect. Yes, I guess they weren't expecting my Solgaleo to be this fast. Very, very cool. Now I'm going to switch over to Max Quake here, since they're probably a little mad. And I'm going to Sucker Punch my Solgaleo, like I originally intended to. All right, they withdraw. Choice locked, question mark? Why would you withdraw there? Interesting. It doesn't have to be Scarfed. It could be Specs, I guess. Very weird switch out there. But hey, fine. I mean, they might have also thought I was just going to one-shot it. So what's the point of having it on the field if it's just going to die immediately? Anyway, big ol' Sucker Punch into my big scary cat. Meow, meow, meow. Here's a nice Quake. Even a Shucker Berry wouldn't be able to save you in this situation, but thankfully no Shucker Berry to be seen. And no Sash, which has been picking up in usage. You guys have no idea how many Sashes I've encountered when I'm doing like some Series 13 laddering on Showdown or something. It's ridiculous. how many sash instants that, you know, I get to see on a daily basis, right? Anyway, gonna heal back some health here. Nothing too drastic, nothing too serious. And let's see what they got to answer my Solgaleo. Right now, my Solgaleo is a big threat to their team. I have the +1 in special defense. I got the +2 in attack and special attack. That ogre doesn't mean anything to me right now. In fact, I think I could sucker punch the ogre and knock it out. I'm just going to target this Rilla, and I think they forfeit here, honestly. There's very little that they can do in this situation now. Yeah, okay, let's see the sucker punch. See how much damage you could actually do to this ogre. Not enough. Okay, I might have gotten a little bit overzealous there. Maybe just a little overzealous. I could have definitely taken that turn and made something more happen there. But regardless, that's a big Rillaboom down. So that's a pretty successful Dynamax, if I do say so myself. Question is, who are they going to Dynamax? They haven't done it yet. And if they're lastization, that means you have to Dynamax Ogre, who unfortunately did knock out my Meowstic. But this is what I mean. Meowstic played such a big part in this battle with that sucker punch, I guess. But, you know, I feel like Meowstic's gotten enough of a showcase lately. Now, that last turn, I do think I got a little greedy. I should have just T-waved this Ogre just to make sure that the rest of my team can deal with it well. They have the Zacian in the back. Okay. I can't really go for Earthquake on Zacian because of the grassy terrain that's on the field. In fact, I could still lose this if I'm not careful. I think Ogre has to be priority target numero uno. Actually, I could split my... I think I can split my moves here. If this Ogre is slower than my Solgaleo... Youch. Then maybe my Leafeon can outspeed it? I don't know, man. Leafeon is kind of slow, too. Like, it does sort of kind of need... Oh, wow, you live. Oh, I do outspeed it, though. Good. That's a very slow Ogre, though. All right, I think we're fine. I think we're fine for the simple fact that Zacian can only touch one Pokemon at a time. And I have 3 Pokemon left. So, whatever Zacian doesn't attack is going down here. I'm going to game my opponent real quick and protect with Solgaleo just to be like, hey, I know who you're targeting here. Battle is canceled. Never mind. All right, that'll be 3 wins and 1 loss in today's episode. Lintimon, you made yourself a pretty successful meme team. Not bad. Anyway, let's go ahead and get you guys that rental code. And here you have the rental code for the Cats team. And honestly, what a fun team it honestly is. All in all, I feel like out of all the Cats that we got to use in today's video, Meowstic wins, right? Meowstic was the Mon that really did change things up and really did make this game like extra fun, right? I feel like the Thunder Wave, the Sucker Punch, the Light Screen, the Charm, we got to use all of it today. And I think that, you know, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed by Meowstic, and I'm a little bit confused why it's not used more. I mean, I understand Calyrex, but I didn't know that it gets Sucker Punch, and Sucker Punch should be able to at least 2-shot at Calyrex, right? And if you have the Sash, you should be theoretically fine. Regardless, that's the team. That's the rental code. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to check out Lintimon. Link is down below in the description. And also leave a like down below in our description and our comment section. And tell me how your day was. Anyway, I'm Kevin from Pokesports. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Peace out. Bye-bye.